Interview with Sam from Specialty Cab and Block. Hello.
Hi,
Who are you?
Sam Tunnell, Specialty Cab and Block.
We are meeting at the 2024 Denver Gem Show. Can you tell me a bit about your professional background?
Actually, spent most of my time silversmithing and started creating some stone just to find a better product than what was available out there, and more unique patterns and more desirable colors and combinations and that sort of thing.
When did you start making jewelry?
Oh, I've been doing jewelry for probably close to 15 years.
Before embarking in the cab and block industry, were you cutting your own stones?
So originally I had no interest in cutting stones. I would buy my stones and I would do just the silver work. And I used to get a lot of calls for certain stones, and I wasn't happy with the quality of it. It was the spiny oyster and turquoise that it was very, very popular for a long time, and I'd get a lot of calls for it. And it was only available with a gold matrix in it, and I did not like the gold matrix. Some people don't mind it. I personally, it is just, I think it really takes away from the stone. And so that's when I kind of started to embark on the journey of, how do you make a block and how do you make it better? And it's been a long, long process, but now we're doing it, and I ended up with what I felt was a better product, and my customers agreed, and so then we started selling stones to other people, and it's kind of just become a thing of its own.
How many months or years did you experiment before putting out your first block?
It took several years to get things right. It's one of those things where a lot of people think, oh, it's really simple, mix a bunch of glue and put it in a press with a car jack, but it doesn't work. There's a lot of chemistry, there's a lot of science behind it, and there's a lot to making a composite block. Or making a good composite block, I should say.
And did you have a background that has anything to do with chemistry?
No, and that's so I had to kind of go outside of the circle of people that I knew, and get some help from people that really knew how certain things worked, and try to make the best product available. But it's a difficult process, and there's more to it than just the chemistry of it. I mean, there's the way in which you process the stones, and
there's a lot of art that goes into it.
Yes. And I mean, as you'll see, the stuff that I create it's different than what's available anywhere else. My thought was, if we're going to manufacture a block of stone, why does it have to be just a block of turquoise? Or why does it have to be just a block of... So traditionally, most people would use their waste and press it into a block, and that was a way to make use of the waste. And I took a different approach. What if we didn't use the waste? What if we actually used good material and desirable material, and what if we just got creative with it and started making different combinations and orientations where things looked better together, and what would happen? And the sky was the limit. We can do anything we want as far as creating, and there's no limit to what we can create. Now, does it always work? No. I mean, I've had plenty of ideas where I thought it sounded like a great idea, but we put it together and I think, oh geez, that's garbage, and it just doesn't work. So it's a lot of trial and error.
On your Instagram, I saw a lot of your beautiful jewelry. Did you start making them at home, or did you have a separate studio space?
No, just at home.
And now, do you still work at home?
I have a shop now, that's just a dedicated shop away from my home. That I do a lot more than just the jewelry. I do a lot of silver inlaid stuff for different industries. And
do you offer other services than the blocks?
We supply stones now to other jewelers, and I make some jewelry and I sell it, from time to time, and I don't market it. I just, it's available, and there's people that'll call me, and they have stores, and they'll say, hey, I need some pieces, and my jewelry has a unique Western style to it, and that's kind of where I gravitate. I really don't know how to do anything other than Western style jewelry, and most of my stones are, made for Western style jewelry. But now recently, we've got other people that are buying these stones for more contemporary styles and that sort of stuff. So it's, they're beautiful no matter where you put them.
And do people reach out to you mainly on Instagram?
Etsy, Instagram. I don't do much with the Instagram. That's kind of, I try, but it's, I don't know.
Etsy.
Yeah, well, there's stuff for sale on Etsy, stones for sale, or they can get a hold of me direct, and there's my contact information.
Perfect. People can text you?
Yes, absolutely. Text me, email me.
And you said you can send pieces to people all around the world?
Yeah.
That's wonderful. You really have a great customer service. And right now, what would you say is your favorite material to work with?
My favorite materials, most everything I do is turquoise or in the turquoise family. I enjoy making the Rio Azul. That's been an incredibly popular one. I picked up this stone a few years ago, and it's not even stone, it's just colored resin, but it was being sold, in the jewelry market. And I picked that up, and I thought, that's a really neat idea, but it's a horrible looking stone. I would never, ever, ever set that in jewelry. It's just, to me, it's a trinket, it's garbage, but I like the idea. And I saw that and I bought it, and I took that home, and I said, I've got to be able to do something better than that. And this is what I came up with. And this is based on that idea.
So what are the stones inside the Rio Azul?
This is a white halite, and it's a Campitos turquoise.
And also in between the stones, it's a bit dark. What do you use to bind them together, like the matrix of it?
The matrix is a carbon.
Carbon?
It's a carbon matrix.
Okay.
That's where we get the black from.
Perfect.
And while we're at it, can you tell me a bit more about everything I see on the table?
So we do some stones in a lot of different unique combinations. This is an Abalonian turquoise.
I really enjoy the color combination of this one.
It it has a lot of shine to it, and it's a real eye catcher. We call that black pearl turquoise. It's been pretty popular. It kind of has that opal look to it. I don't know if the camera picks it up or not,
Yes.
but it's an interesting stone because at first glance somebody thinks it's turquoise, and then it might be on a ring or a bracelet, and then the light hits it just right and it looks like there's an opal in there. And so that's been a good one. This is the Copper Lake turquoise, and this is turquoise with Michigan copper, inside. This is it's a little bit rougher stone, more of just a gnarly rough stone, but it's been incredibly popular.
And for people who want to cut them themselves, you have blocks?
This one is, we don't have blocks of this one.
Okay.
The average lapidary is going to have a lot of trouble with this one.
Okay.
This particular stone, because the problem is turquoise is soft and copper is soft, but copper's gummy. And your diamond likes to grab hold of that copper, and diamond does not like to cut copper. It's not hard enough. So this has to be done on a lot of silicon carbide and then finished on diamond.
Okay.
It's a very, very difficult stone. We do sell cabs. We're about out of them now, but we'll be making some more material of this.
Will they ever
soon.
become available in blocks? Or not right
Possibly. It's a tough one because I hate to send the block out to the average lapidary, and then because this is not a cheap material. And and then they say, man, we can't cut it, or we're having trouble, or it's not working, you know, and it's just,
It's not worth it for you.
it's no. But the other stuff is all available in block. This is kind of what started it all. This is what was available at the time, and you know, this is it's a spiny oyster. It's got the turquoise in it. It's got that gold matrix, and I just wasn't happy with it. So from that, you know, we decided to refine the process and make something just, you know, a little prettier. You know.
So are these two yours or your inspiration?
No, that is what I tried to improve on.
Okay.
And you know, this I did not make.
And what is the red?
It's oyster shell.
Ah, oyster shell.
Yeah, the red and the orange both is oyster shell.
Oh wow.
Purple is oyster shell. And everything else is turquoise. The only thing in this is oyster shell, turquoise, and a little bit of abalone.
Okay.
Just to give it that shine, you know. And not every piece will have it, but I mean, some pieces, you know, have it real heavy. You know, where it's beautiful.
Wow.
This has been a very popular stone for us, you know, because there's a lot of, especially in the Native American market, there's a lot of people using this stone, and the idea was just a better quality stone.
Okay.
You know, these are some newer ones that we've kind of been experimenting with. It's just a cheaper alternative to get a pretty stone. This is an inexpensive material, and it's been treated. It's not, you know, heavily treated, but it is treated. You know, it's enhanced with different coloring, and you know, this is a stone that, you know, somebody can sit down and they can buy it, you know, relatively inexpensive. They can make a lot of pretty stones and a lot of pretty jewelry. I mean, it looks beautiful set. The colors are kind of hard to see, and sometimes, you know,
like lavender.
Yeah, and it varies. You know, you'll see like almost a cornflower blue in the center, and then, you know, it gets more lavender as it goes out, and it's kind of a unique process that we figured out in order to get two different colors into one stone.
So some of them I see they're not backed and some are backed.
Some are, some aren't. You know, it all depends on how thin we cut it, you know,
Okay.
and like, you know, that was a thin piece, so it got backed, you know,
Okay.
just to give it a little bit of height. You know, it just, I mean, this is just a random handful out of what we have,
Okay.
you know, thrown in here just to show, and, you know, like, this is not backed, you know, but it's a thicker piece,
Okay.
you know.
So when people order blocks, what do you suggest they use as a backing formula?
It depends on their preference. I like the JB Weld. Some people don't. I do. It's easy. It's available everywhere. It's, you know, it's a little expensive. Sometimes we kind of mix up our own formula,
Okay.
you know, to back. You know, that's personal preference. Some people, you know, say that got to use the Opticon. You know, that's the best. I've never used it, so I don't know. I can't speak to that. I'm sure it's a great product.
DEFCON.
DEFCON, that's what I mean. DEFCON. I think Opticon for your.
Yeah.
We were just
I
talking
thought
about
maybe they have a
stabilizing.
variation
Yeah,
for
no,
it.
DEFCON. It was one of the cons. I don't know.
Yeah. So I have a question. Like, what is your short-term goal and what is your long-term goal with this business?
So short term, I'm getting the stuff out there. You know, getting it available to the jewelry makers, to the lapidary artists. Long term, I tell you what. Really, the whole reason why I'm doing this is I just want to create a better product. That's it. There's a lot of lapidary artists out there that like to cut stones. They don't do any silver work, they just want to cut stones and they want to go sell their caps. The problem is they're cutting the same material that everybody else is cutting, right? Everybody has access to the material. It's not hard to find. Everybody's cutting the same thing and everybody's competing against each other for price, and, you know, some guys, well, mine's a little better quality or this or that or whatever, but at the end of the day, it's all the same stuff. And I just want to create something different, something new, something that looks good, that will sell, that, you know, if you're a jewelry maker, and you have a nice quality stone. I mean, look, if you're a jewelry maker and you're setting this stone, okay, and there's somebody else that's making the same jewelry, but you know, they're setting this stone, right? Which one's gonna sell faster, right? Because this is available everywhere. I mean, we're at the Denver show right now, and I'm not exaggerating. I mean, I can find this at over 100 different booths.
Wow.
This exact same stone, right? But where are you gonna find that, right? So, you know, if you have to have something to set your
So you would
work
want to
apart.
see some booth with your stones. That's one of
Yeah,
the
yeah, and we do now have people who are picking
I've
it
seen
up.
some of your.
Yeah, they're selling it, you know, and see, that's the difference. The guys that have said, hey, you know what, we're going to take that in and we're going to sell that, they're selling out, you know, because everybody's always looking for something new or something unique. And, you know, well, if you guys have it for sale, so, you know, they're going to go buy that up because they want that unique product, or their customers recognize the value of having that unique stone set in their jewelry.
So you want to create more and more blocks, like.
Yeah, I don't want to cut stones really. You know, I just want to create. I want to create new things. I want to, you know, constantly be creating stuff to, you know, get these guys something they can cut to make money on. The lapidary artists, they can make money cutting it because they can actually sell the stone. It's not the same as everybody else's. The jewelry people, you know, they can set these stones and they can sell their jewelry a little bit faster because, you know, it's different than all the other stones that are available, or it's different than what everybody else is setting. I mean, there's countless places here that, you know, have silver rings or necklaces, and they all have the exact same block material in it, you know, and so then what sets them apart from each other, you know? So that's my goal, you know, just try to give people something new and something different.
And you're working on something new now.
We have a few projects in the works. We've got this one here that that we're not even done with this one yet. This is still just a test run, and we'll be in full production on this probably within a month or so. This is a brand new project. We're trying to make something a little bit different, something that looks sharp. I mean, there you can see it in the ring.
I really like. Oh yeah, I like the mix of all the colors, and
Yeah,
I don't know. To me, it looks a bit like the perfect mix between masculine and feminine.
yeah.
Flowery, but
Right. I've heard that.
the right amount.
It's, you know, it can kind of go either way, you know.
Yeah.
Not too many guys would wear that ring, you know, but guys would wear that ring,
Yeah.
you know. So, and then we've got some other new stuff that'll be ready for Tucson, that where we've really done some neat stuff, and it's not ready to show off yet, but it will be.
Will you be part of the show?
No, I won't be exhibiting there.
Is it one of your short-term goals?
No. Because again, you know, I want to sell to the guys that are cutting and that are selling the
Like
stones.
a manufacturer.
Yeah, I don't want to compete with them.
Okay.
You know, if you know, somebody's cutting my material and selling it, why would I go set up a booth and compete with them? That's poor business practice as far as I'm concerned. You know, let them make their money. I mean, I do what I want to do, and that is create the product and let them take it to market.
Okay.
You know, and for the time being, you know, we cut stones and we sell cut stones, but when we have enough people out there, you know, that are cutting our stones and selling them, then, you know, then I'm out. There's no need for me to cut stones anymore. You know, you want stones, I can tell you where to get them.
Cool. And is there something else you wanted to share with us?
No, that's about what we have new right now. I appreciate you know, asking the questions and informing everybody.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for sharing all your beautiful tabs.
I hope you guys enjoyed Sam's interview and that you will have a look at his Etsy shop.
Sure.
And I'll do a little, maybe contest or something.
Yeah. Let me know any way I can help out. You know, I can provide some stones for it or something, whatever.
Okay.
You know, whatever. Yeah.
Well,
Perfect.
bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sam. It was amazing. Thank you for helping me practicing my interviewing skills. And people, share this interview with your friends and your family. And when it gets to 500 likes, I'm gonna do a giveaway. Be prepared for some awesomeness. Take care and bye-bye from Montreal.